Hi, it's Nørgaard. So today I'm doing a really fun tutorial. I'm showing you how I wear my makeup when I'm wearing sunglasses. And I give you my tips for what kind of makeup I do when I wear my sunglasses. You could totally also do this look if you wear glasses. So this is what it looks like without the sunglasses. It's a really natural and pretty look, I think. And I'm really focusing on the skin in this tutorial, and I'm keeping the eyes and the lips really simple. And that's because whenever I wear sunglasses, when they sit on my nose right here, they always smear my makeup and they give me 2 red marks on each side of my nose. So when I know I'm going to wear sunglasses, I always alter my makeup to fit my sunglasses. I actually don't wear sunglasses that often because they give me a headache. I don't know, maybe I need to get some sunglasses that are especially designed for me, because all the sunglasses I have worn in the past, they just give me a headache after like half an hour to an hour. So normally I would wear like a sun hat, but definitely a big one so it doesn't sit tight around my head, because then again I'm going to get a headache. But anyways, I have been wearing these sunglasses like a few times in this past summer. So these are from Shop Miss A, and these are in the style Emma, and that's why I got them. So I really hope this tutorial helps you if you have the same problem I do, where your makeup smudges a lot around your nose when you wear sunglasses or regular glasses. And if you don't have any problems with your makeup smearing when you wear sunglasses, which I know some people don't, and if you don't have that problem, you're pretty lucky, I would say. But if you don't have that problem, I hope you still like the look. So if you do like the look, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and watch in high definition. And without further ado, here comes the tutorial. So to start out this look, I'm definitely going to use a primer. I'm going to use my Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining and Mattifying Base. And I would definitely use a mattifying primer. A mattifying primer is going to cling onto your skin better than like a smoothing or a hydrating primer. So unless you have really dry skin, I would use a mattifying primer. And this is one of the primers that become tacky while you blend it in. So you just need to keep rubbing it in until it starts to get tacky. And I really like this primer because it mattifies and it also fills in the pores. So underneath my eyes, I am going to use my Smashbox under eye primer. And this is to make sure my under eye area stays nice and hydrated so it doesn't get all cakey. If you have issues with your concealer and powder underneath your eyes getting cakey, definitely try an under eye primer. And I'm just prepping my lips with a bit of lip balm. This is by W7. So now that I have my face prepped, I'm going to even out my skin tone. I'm not going to use any foundation because in my experience, the less face makeup I have on, the better when it comes to wearing makeup with sunglasses. So as you guys know, I do have acne scars, I do have redness. So I'm going to color correct with the NYX HD concealer in yellow. So I'm going to apply this everywhere my skin has an uneven skin tone, you know. So my chin is kind of red, so I'm just covering that up and I just blend it out before it dries. Then I have some acne scars and quite a lot of redness in my cheeks. So I'm going to cover that up as well. And I'm just doing a thin layer of this. And my ear is like bright red for some reason. I'm going to cover that with my hair later. Then I apply a little bit around the nostrils and blend it out. So I'm also going to do this side of my face, this other cheek. And I find I have the most redness on the apple of my cheek and then up the cheekbone. Down here, it's not so bad. And then just blend it out. And then I do a little bit up here at the forehead. My forehead is the most clear part of my face, so I don't need that much. And again, go ahead and blend all of that out. So after I apply just that yellow concealer, you can see that my skin is already a lot more even in color. And the reason why I'm using yellow concealer instead of green to neutralize my redness is because I'm not wearing a foundation on top of this. And green is a lot harder to work with than yellow. So I only really use green if I'm going to use a liquid foundation on top. or else my skin can turn kind of green, which is not the look I'm going for. So now I'm going to use this DermaBlend stick corrector in the color 25. So you want to use any concealer that matches your skin tone, just to cover up any areas that you still aren't really satisfied with after the corrector. So I'm going to do a little bit over here, just on top of my acne scars. And I have a pimple, and I have a little redness here, and I have a little spot up here and up here. I'm going to do a little bit down here on the nose, and then a little bit of concealer on acne scars over here. And then you definitely just want to blend that into your skin so it looks nice and seamless. And then I blend out the concealer up here. So now that my skin is nice and evened out, I'm going to use a little bit of a liquid concealer underneath my eyes. And I'm using Maybelline Fit Me. So I'm not going to do a lot at all. And I'm not going to do like a big old triangle. You know, I'm just trying to brighten my eyes a little bit and disguise some of the darkness. So I'm going to set my under eye area with a super fine translucent powder. This is Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And a cheaper alternative to this would be the e.l.f. Under Eye High Definition Powder. I really like that one as well. So I look up and dab this powder on my under eye area. So on the rest of my face I am going to use a powder foundation. So I'm using Lancôme Dual Finish Powder Foundation in the color Bisque number 2. The color looks like this. So I'm going ahead and setting my entire face except for the under eye area. And when I get to my nose, I'm just doing a very small amount. So basically all I have on my nose right now is the primer and some powder foundation. And I really find that this is the best way for me to avoid my makeup smudging where my sunglasses sit. I have tried loads of different primers, foundations, powders, setting sprays. And when it all came down to it, I found that the less product I had on, the better my makeup looked, because I didn't end up with 2 red marks on each side of my nose. So even though I'm not wearing a normal liquid foundation, I still feel like my face looked very naturally flawless. My skin just looks more even and perfected, so I feel like this coverage is really nice actually. So I am going to bronze a little bit. I'm using this e.l.f. bronzer in the color Warm Tan. So I'm just going ahead and using my e.l.f. Stipple Brush to warm up my forehead. And of course I bronzed up my cheeks a little bit to give them a nice healthy glow. And finally I bronze up my jawline. And it's really important to blend your jawline bronzer and contour downwards a little bit, so it's not just a sharp line, because it can look really nice from the front, but then when you turn to the side you can like see like a stark line. So if you want to avoid that, definitely blend it down your neck. So I am going to contour my cheeks a little bit with the Nørgaard color wheel in the color All Over Bronze Glow. This is a nice matte bronzer. So I'm just contouring my cheeks. And I'm not contouring my nose. As I said, I'm trying to minimize the products I use on my nose. So now I'm going to add a bit of blush. I'm going to use this e.l.f. blush. This is in the color Pink Passion. It's a really nice matte bright pink. So you have to be kind of careful with this. Don't apply too much. But yeah, I'm just applying that kind of on the apple and then blending backwards. So back into all the bronzer and contour. And I am also going to highlight a bit. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Fergie to Reflect Shimmer palette. And this one is in the color Hollywood Boulevard. It looks like this. It's a nice golden color. And I believe they have repackaged this and renamed it, and now it's called Boozy Brunch, I believe. So I'm using the e.l.f. small, what's it called? I think the small tapered brush. And I'm just highlighting the cheeks. I've been loving this brush for highlighter. And I love it because it applies the highlighter where you want it, and it applies it nice and intense, but you can still use it to blend it out. So once I'm done applying it, I just buff it out with circular motions. And I am applying a tiny bit on the tip of my nose where my sunglasses are not going to rest, just to define my nose a tiny bit, and then on the cupid's bow. I don't do my chin or my forehead because I have oily skin, but you could do that if you wanted to. So I'm going to set all my face makeup with my NYX Matte Finish finishing spray, and I would definitely use a mattifying setting spray. I normally go for a more dewy setting spray, but for this look, definitely matte. So we are nice and zoomed in now, so we are going to do the eyes together. And the eyes are super simple. I'm just going to do basically a little bit of mascara and some eyebrows, because I am wearing the sunglasses, so it doesn't matter that much. But of course you could do whatever you want on the eyes. I'm going to start out by filling in my brows with my e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil in the color Neutral Brown. So I'm just brushing my hair upwards, my eyebrow hair. So I'm going to do quite an intense brow just to help define the sunglasses. So I fill in the outer half and then I blend out the product with the spoolie, and I do bring it inwards a little bit. So I'm going to use my Jord Brow Bar to Go in Blonde to Brunette, and I'm using the light color just in the front of my eyebrows. So I just apply that in the inner half, and once that's done, I'm going to set my brow hairs in place with my e.l.f. Clear Brow Mascara. So I brush my brows up and out. So now I'm going to apply the Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. So I'm just applying this on my eyelids, and once I have it placed, I go ahead and blend it out with my ring finger. And actually I'm just going to wipe some of that off because I applied way too much. I forgot how little I need to use of this. So now I'm using a concealer brush and my face powder, my foundation powder, and I'm just applying that all over the eyelid. And this is just going to give my eyelids a little bit of color. And I'm just applying a bit of my brow color right into the crease with the same brush, and this is just adding a little bit of definition. And then finally I'm applying a little bit of my highlight, and I'm using the same brush I just wiped it off, and I'm also applying it in my inner corner. So now I'm going to go ahead and just do some mascara. So I'm curling my lashes, and I'm using my Wet n Wild Lash-O-Matic mascara. So I go ahead and apply the regular mascara first, only on one eye and only on the top lashes, and then before it dries I go in with the fibers, and then I go ahead and seal it all in with another coat of mascara, and then I just do exactly the same to the other eye. So this is one coat of this mascara. I really enjoy it. So I don't want to leave my bottom lashes completely bare, but I also don't want to apply this mascara down there because it's not waterproof, and I want something waterproof so it doesn't smudge. So I'm going to use CoverGirl Last Blast in waterproof, and I'm just applying a little bit of this, not a lot at all. So that's the eyes finished. So for lips I'm going to do something pink because it matches my sunglasses. So I'm using the Rimmel Provoca lips in the color Dare to Pink. Once it's dry, I'm going to apply the top coat, and this just seals in the lip color. And then I blot away the shine with a tissue. And after that balm, the lips just feel a lot softer and more hydrated. So now the makeup is all done, and I'm going to put on my sunglasses and show you guys how it looks. So these are my sunglasses. They are from shopmissa.com. They were only $1 and I love them a lot. They are actually called the Emma sunglasses, so that's why I got them. And they have some little rhinestones at the side, and they're a nice light pink color with some black, I don't know, black lenses I guess. So yeah, this is the finished look. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the look, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video, so take care and bye bye!